Hello, everyone. I'm Bill, and welcome to Bill's Odds and Ends. If this is your first time here, be sure and subscribe and click on that bell icon to be notified of all of my new videos. Also, give this video a thumbs up as it really helps the channel out. And now, on with the video.
Hello, hope everyone's having a good day, and welcome to my Minecraft world. Even though Minecraft is the best-selling video game in history, I know that not everybody's familiar with the game, so I'll try and explain some things as we go along. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. I started playing about the same time that the pandemic started, so I'm still kind of figuring things out. I play in survival mode on normal difficulty. Playing in survival means that there are a lot of different ways to die. Falling in lava, drowning, being killed by zombies, skeletons, spiders, creepers. Ooh, I really hate creepers. Anyway, I died a lot. Needing somewhere safe while I learned how to stay alive, I built this. This is kind of my safe base, and here in just a few minutes, we'll go inside and take a tour. So what started out as kind of a simple wall around my starter house started to take on this castle-like vibe. So I decided, what the heck, let's just go with it. So we'll wander in there to the entrance and check it out. Now, I know from the title, some of you have probably guessed that, well, maybe I'm the old man referenced in the title. Well, I'm not going to say exactly how old I am. Let's just say I'm 2 to 3 times, or maybe even more, older than the average Minecraft player. As you've noticed, now there's some extra things on the screen. I'll explain those before we go inside. It's kind of a heads-up display. Across the bottom, you can see a hotbar of what you're carrying that you can access without having to open up your inventory. If I do this, that shows everything I'm carrying up there on the left. And on the right shows me wearing my armor. And I can move stuff in and out of the inventory as I need it. Also, right above that is a line that tells how much experience I have. There's some key hints, X's, crafting, Y's, inventory, and so forth. The top left, the hearts, denote how much health I have before I die. Underneath that is how much armor capacity I have. And right underneath that is a relative position of where I am in the world. The first number and the last number are the north, south, east, west coordinates. And the middle number tells me how far below sea level I am. Normally sea level is right around 60 to 62. So, I'm not too far above sea level. Anyway, I push this button, door opens, and we can go in, and we're immediately in front of my house. Well, we'll come back to that later. Let's wander down this way and go under this little bridge between these two walls. And if we turn here, this is the entrance down into my mine. And you can see there's looks like a railroad track coming up from the bottom. When you're mining, a lot of times you end up with a lot more than your inventory can hold. And so what I did is I built a minecart track from the bottom all the way to the top. And it runs right across that little bridge there and down this way along beside my house. And you can see the tracks curving in here and goes up into this thing, what looks like hay storage for the barn. Actually, that minecart can pull up in there and it automatically unloads itself down into my storage system and automatically sorts things. But we'll show that a little later when we go in the house. Also, back over here, you'll notice there's a ladder in that corner. We can get up and walk around the walls all the way around. This is another mine cart, and it goes up and out across this. Well, I guess I could walk up there, and that's kind of shows you around. But it goes. Oh, sun's going down. Beautiful sunset. Anyway, it goes all the way out along this great big huge bridge to an iron farm that I made. But we'll look at that maybe in a future video. As you can see, I do have some automatic lights that come on in here. The hostile creatures that try to kill you spawn in darkness. So obviously you have to light everything up to keep yourself from being overrun with monsters. And it's the next day now. This is the village area. I don't know if you noticed in the opening of the video, there was a village across the lake. But unfortunately, all of the villagers got killed or abandoned it. So I had to start my own village. And these big guys here are iron golems. After you have so many villagers, they will have these iron golems show up to help protect them. The villagers all have different kinds of jobs. These are their workstations along here. And you can trade raw materials to them for emeralds. And when you have enough emeralds, you can then go back and talk to them again, and they will trade you finished things for your emeralds. So we'll go back out here, and oh, there's a kitty. Make sure we close the gate. And over here is an auto smelter system that I put together. Some of the stone and different things can be smelted into different forms. So I can put raw supplies up here at the top chest, and then on either side chest I can put fuel. Automatically feeds down into those, and when they're smelted, the finished material comes out on the bottom. And that's these bricks right here that I'm making right now. So we can go back over here. You'll notice there's another track that runs out here along the chicken coop. And we have chickens, and we have a little well right there. And it runs back over here, and it does the same thing. This is kind of my tree farm. I have 4 of the different kinds of tree, all except one of the different kinds of trees that I can chop down when I need wood, and I can just load them into the cart, press that button, and it goes over to the unloading station. Behind the chicken coop, we have some pumpkins growing, and this is my stable and barn. We have 3 horses and some cows and some sheep and another cat and moo. I've placed some lights underground for lighting in here. Usually I have that covered up. Evidently I must have broken that piece of cover by mistake. That horse right there has got a saddle and a bridle and armor. I can ride him around if I want. Over here beside the greenhouse, we have some melons growing. In fact, I could get my axe, and chop the melons. Just like that. And we'll pick up all these melon slices. And we go around here to the corner, and this is where I store all the melons and pumpkins that I harvest. Put that in there. I built this greenhouse as my first attempt at a farm. Obviously, in survival, you have to have food. So you can grow various different crops, wheat, you can make bread, carrots and potatoes. And so I started this little greenhouse. It's got carrots in it right now. And it's just, oops, I shut the door on myself, and now I'm inside. On the other side of the greenhouse is a duplicate where I have more carrots growing. In the center, I have some sugarcane growing, and you'll notice that there's a water trough right here and some faces And what those are is as the sugar cane grows, when it gets up in front of one of those faces, it's an observer. And when it detects a sugar cane piece in front of it, it will trigger a circuit. And these things are pistons. So the pistons will pop out and chop off all the sugar cane. Sugar cane goes down into the water stream and gets deposited at a chest down at the other end. And we'll walk on down around here. We'll walk back through the tree farm, and I'll show you this one thing, although we're not going to go there today. This is a portal into the Nether. The Nether is Minecraft's version of the underworld. And there's various and sundry other different creatures. But there's also some valuable things that you go and you look for. We'll visit that maybe some other day. Walk back here out of the tree farm. And you notice we got a bunch of flowers planted here and a couple of beehives. The bees come out and visit the flowers. They go back, and you can see those yellow spaces in those squares right there means the hive is ready to be harvested. So I could click on that with an empty bottle and I would have honey. Or I could click on it with a pair of shears and I would get honeycomb. And one thing I did as a modification to the greenhouse is it's a pain to harvest because you got to click on each individual plant. So what I did is I put this button right here, and when I push that button, you got dispensers across the back, and they just flood the whole area with water, which pulls up all the crops, washes them down into the hoppers, which then go into the chest. I do still have to plant everything manually, but it does make your harvest a little easier. And this little building right here is kind of an entrance into a fishing pond that I made so I could fish inside my walls. It's semi-automatic. I've got a mechanism that will, when there's a fish on the line, will automatically reel it in for me. And I do have to stand there and recast it though. Now we're going over into the industrial section. Click that little lever. And these are some just farms that I have built. Like right here, I'm growing some cocoa bean pods. This farm right here has, if I turn that lever on, will cause seaweed to grow. The seaweed grows up, again, triggers an observer and a piston, breaks it off, goes into this chest, which then drops them down into composters. And then the final, after being in the composter, it turns into bone meal, and it goes into the output chest at the bottom. And you can use bone meal to make plants grow faster. If I want to get seaweed, I can turn these levers off, and all the seaweed then will stay in that top chest. And I can take that over to the smelting station and dry it and use it for fuel. Around here, I have an automatic sheep shearing station. There's 16 different possible colors in Minecraft. I have a sheep of every color. I had to catch all of these sheep and then dye them the proper color. And when they eat grass, they grow their wool. When you come along with some shears, they lose their wool, as you can see right that one's been sheared. But this is an automatic one, so that anytime there's an observer back there, again, the box with the kind of face on it, and it will detect that they've grown their wool, automatically shoot out some shears, and the wool then goes down into these storage boxes underneath, and I have them all labeled with what color each kind of wool is. And you walk all the way down here to the end, we have some bamboo growing. Bamboo can be used to make sticks, and if you get sticks and string, you can make scaffolding, which makes it really easy to build your way up to stuff. It's an automatic chicken cooker. There's chickens trapped up here in the top, and when they lay eggs, they come down and makes a baby chicken. When the baby chicken grows up, the dispenser will split out some lava, killing the chicken, and automatically cooking it for you. You see right there, I have a lot of cooked chicken, so I'm not going to run out of food. Also, as a byproduct, you get feathers. You can use feathers for making arrows. Another automatic farm. This is an automatic sugarcane farm. When I have a lot of bone meal, I can put bone meal in this chest here. These dispensers bone meal the sugarcane, causing it to grow. When it grows, it triggers the pistons, and like that, it just knocks them off and goes down into the output chest. Back here is another type of tree that I didn't have room for in the other area, and a rabbit hutch where I can grow rabbits. And these are all rabbits that have grown from babies. And that's just about it. We're getting dark again, another sunset, so we better run inside here. As you can see, this was an addition after the initial wall was built because I needed more room for this kind of stuff. So we'll walk in here, shut the door, and we'll go take a walk around the top of the wall, and we'll probably end it for today. Got ladders pretty much in every corner. Of course, it's got some torches up here to make sure everything stays lit up. And go out this way. And you can see right there that stuff is the scaffolding that you can make out of bamboo and string to help you climb up on top of things. Up here, and usually at each corner, I have a little watchtower. You can see back here in the back we have a desert. And in fact, there's some bad guys right there. Let's see if I can shoot them with an arrow. Got him. And a spider. Can I hit that spider from here? Alright. He walked away. Oh, there's another red guy. When you're at a distance, you got to kind of aim up above their heads a little bit or you won't hit them. So we have a little observation tower. Like I say, there is a lot of desert behind me. And this will go down into another tower. Oh, we haven't been in the house yet. We'll have to go back and go in the house. So we'll go do that, and I'll show you the inside of the house real quick. I forgot about that. Go under the railroad bridge there out to the iron farm. And I believe the ladder should be right here. All right, we'll go in the main house now. Automatic doors are closed. A little kitchen area there with some food storage. That's food that isn't cooked. Down here, the food that is cooked. And a fireplace. And an armor stand with a set of gold armor on it. This is a map of all of the surrounding area. You can kind of see what it looks like. I do have an ocean not too far away over there. The square in the center, obviously, is my base. And you can see the line running out there to the iron farm. A little couch to sit on. A bed and another cat. And we'll go downstairs. This is kind of a split level house. This is kind of a work area. I've got some furnaces, crafting table to craft things, and anvil, a stone cutter. And we'll go into this room. This is a special room. This is for enchanting. And once you get one of these enchanting tables in enough levels, you can open that up and put your tools in or your armor and get different enchantments that make them more efficient or more deadly in the case of weapons. And down here is the storage system that I told you about. The mine carts out top dump everything into that building that serves as hay storage. It comes down here, they're automatically sorted into all these chests. And here we have all the different kinds of stone. Here we have all the different kinds of trees and sand and dirt. And that's kind of bulk storage. Then on this side, for things that you don't have as much of, I just have some individual locations. There are some down here. I'm in the process of changing over to signs instead of these picture frames because it makes it much easier to open them up. You got diamonds, emeralds, gold. Over here, that's in there. That's quartz, copper and iron. So that's kind of my storage area down here in the basement. But I think that's going to do it for today. I'm going to go get the cat and make the cat stand up, and he'll come sleep on my legs as I spend the night. And it's morning, and look, he left me a present. Anyway, thanks for stopping by and visiting. Hope you enjoyed this video as much as fun as I had making it. Minecraft isn't just for young kids. Adults can have a lot of fun too. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
This has been an odd production. Thanks for watching.